Welcome to the Catalog First Steps, how to create the first-time seller profile update action training module of the Fast Catalog platform or FCP. In this module, we will discuss how to create the first-time update seller profile action, how to select catalog offerings, how to review and submit the update seller profile form, how the seller profile publishes to GSA Advantage, how to create the first-time update seller profile action. During the Catalog First Steps process, vendors must first create and publish an update seller profile action. Press the Update Seller Profile button to create a seller profile action. On the right side of the seller profile action, the following key information displays. Action status, which indicates our action is currently pending with the vendor. A unique action ID, which we can use to identify the action. EMOD ID, which indicates here that there is no modification associated with this seller profile. Note that this is only true for a catalog's first seller profile update by default. For subsequent seller profile updates, an associated awarded EMOD may be required based on the changes being updated. The seller profile update form contains the following sections: contract information and contractor information, which are both required. Dealer information and distributor information, which are both optional. For the first seller profile update, it's important to select your catalog offerings and to review each section to confirm if the pre-populated values need updates. Phone numbers, fax numbers, and points of contact are all areas that likely need updates for the first seller profile. How to select catalog offerings. In the contract information section, press the Edit button to review the catalog offerings field. Either a yes/no selection is required. For the first seller profile update, select yes for the catalog offerings that apply based on the offerings currently awarded to your catalog. If your catalog currently has items purchasable on GSA Advantage, then select yes for products sold on Advantage. This will require the baseline products action to be completed by submitting these items via the FCP product file. If your catalog currently has items that cannot be placed in a shopping cart to purchase and are instead published to a price list, then select yes for Services Plus. Publish to a price list. This applies to items such as labor categories, fixed price services, courses and training, ODCs, language services, ancillary items, and products not suitable for sale on GSA Advantage. This will require the baseline services action be completed by submitting these items via the FCP Services Plus file. If your catalog currently has items that cannot be managed in either the product file or the Services Plus file, then select yes for PPT offerings. These offerings will be managed via a price proposal template and T&C in FCP. If you have questions or need guidance, see the Product File versus Services Plus file versus PPT Quick Reference Guide. If the catalog offering type does not apply, then select no. These selections can be edited in the future and require CSCO review and approval. How to review and submit the Update Seller Profile form. In the Contractor Information section, press the Edit button to review and modify the data that is pre-populated from GSA Advantage. If any fields contain values that are not allowed, like the email address shown here, then a validation error message displays. Resolve any validation errors, update any information as needed, and press the Save button. When ready, press the Submit button for the seller profile action to submit to the CSCO for review. While in the pending CSCO review status, the vendor is unable to make further edits to the action. From our Catalog Overview page, we can see that the First Step section is updated to reflect Step 1 is in progress. We can press the View Action button to view our first seller profile update action. Step 2, Baseline Catalog, cannot be started until the CSCO approves the seller profile FCP action. However, preparation of the product file or Service Plus file can begin. How the seller profile publishes to GSA Advantage. Once the seller profile action is approved by the CSCO, the FCP action status updates to reflect the action is pending publishing on Advantage. The baseline products or baseline services plus actions can be started while the seller profile is pending publishing. Within 1 to 2 days, the seller profile updates publish to Advantage automatically. the FCP action status automatically updates to published. In this image, we can see how the fields on the FCP seller profile map to the contractor information in Advantage.